we're going to look at Somewhere in Time from Neil Zaza. Someone commented on a video a week or two ago that I should look at this one. It's from his album Peach, and I've heard Peach. I used to listen to a lot of Neil Zaza. He's amazing, and I'd forgotten this track. It's a great one, so I learnt it. I'm not going to do a full lesson today. Just going to talk about some things that are interesting in there, sort of show some of the chords and those sorts of things. It's in standard tuning key of D major. Time signature, it's in a 3 feel, but there's a funny bar or 5 that he throws in there, so we'll talk a little bit about that as well. All right, let's get started. So we're thinking D, as I said, D major. Your D string is open, and he's going to go up the D major scale on the G string. That's how we're sort of starting off. So we're hitting 2 strings, the open D string and the G string. Okay, starting on the octave, 7th fret. Then he's going down a D major pentatonic. Okay, you're thinking this chord shape. And when you think that chord shape, you've got those things that are beautiful, and they're everywhere, from Hendrixisms to funk and all sorts of things there. So that's D major pentatonic, same as the B minor pentatonic. Relative major, relative minor. Anyway, and he's going to come down to a D5, and then he's going to go up and play with a sort of a suspended 2. So you're bringing in that E string open. That's your second. Then he'll play a suspended 4. So he'll bring your G on there. Everybody knows that one. So. And then he's got to get his hand from here back up to here, so he does that in a nice way. He will arpeggiate up that D chord, but the D sus2, so the high E string's open. And when you hit that high E, then you can move your hand up. Okay, now, the timing-wise though, this is where he injects a bar of 5. Okay? Okay, so that extra note that he's throwing in there is there, and it's kind of almost funny to listen to as well. I would say when he came up with it, and of course I'm guessing, it was totally a feel thing for him rather than, trying to do anything tricky. But I certainly don't count it when I'm playing it. I just sort of know the notes, and your hand will go there. But yeah, it's an interesting one to watch out for. So as I said, that's that when you've come from the D down here up to that beginning part, we go into the second chord in it, which is a B minor. Same thing as the first, but now we go to a B minor. Now this is an interesting one that he's doing here. It's a straight B minor bar chord there, 2nd fret on the A string, but he's going to hit 2nd fret on the B, and then straight back to the 3rd fret, and then hit the E. Now what that gives you is these sequential notes out of the B minor scale. Okay, that kind of a thing that's really, really nice. So all you got to do is be barring the chord for your 2nd fret there, and then when you bring your the 3rd fret on there, you got to immediately lift the bar to get the high E string, okay? Okay, next part there. Just going up again, the D major scale. Okay. On that one, they're hitting the low E with the pick, and I'm hybrid picking the open D string and the 12th fret G. So that's a nice one there. And then it's sort of a open strings, but the G string is a harmonic, which is interesting. Then he's doing harmonics all the way. So that's kind of a nice one. And he's playing with open strings and fretted notes there. So I'm going to play that one a little bit slowly. that's nice there. So again, same D major scale, but now he's got the two high strings, the B and E open. Then we're hitting a low A open, and then you've got an A5 here. Going down and ending on the C sharp, which is the third. Okay. And then he goes back to the beginning part again. Okay, so there's a few things there to think about. Okay, the second time he does that, basically repeats that whole thing. And then after that A chord, the second time, high E string. So again, that's the whole point. A lot of these ringing open strings he's got there, playing a melody on other strings. So that part goes like this. Again, it's all just the notes in the D major scale, but he's got the high E there, okay? B minor. F sharp G. So you're leading into the 4 chord there. 4 chord is the G chord, sorry, is the 4th chord in the key of D. Again, continuing to have strings ring out while moving notes for a melody. And then this part I like. Really nice voice leading. So he's on a G chord there, then he goes to an A in first inversion on that C sharp, and then he goes back to the 1 chord, which is a D, so that part again. Okay, and then now this part on the B minor comes up. It's playing up the B minor triad, but only the top 4 strings, and he's doing melody stuff with his pinky. That's really, really interesting there. Then he'll do sort of that part again, slightly different. That's kind of the main parts of that song. Then, you know, the band's really kicking in. He's doing some lead work, but some really interesting things. Thinking about it, it's all really the key of D major. Interesting, that extra note that he's throwing in there, extra beat rather, that he's throwing in there timing wise. But I think the whole thing is a good exercise in, you know, having pedal strings ringing out while you're playing melody on other strings, which is really interesting. It's got some nice use of inversions and, you know, voice leading. Anyway, Neil Zaza, Somewhere in Time. Good luck. See you next time.